Originally, the initial value I got from Food Dog right off the beginning is the thought of, if you're going to 10x your business, you gotta 20x yourself. If I had this level of support 10 years ago, man, I feel like I could conquer anything in the world. You know, I could probably be president of the United States if I wanted to. But yeah, it's incredible. The real value is that it shrinks the time, right? You don't have to go through the trial and error of learning these things. Is that when you're there with people who've been there and have done that and been through the process, not only professionally in your business, but also personally in your life, struggled with things in life, that's the fast path, is going there, seeing how they think, and that pulls you through and gets you out of the rut that you're in faster. It gets you to wealth faster. It gets you to health faster. And that's the real value.
When I was 26, I moved from New York to California. On that plane ride, I read Tony Robbins' Awaken the Giant Within. The book absolutely changed my life. So since that time, I've seen Tony Robbins, Brian Tracy, Les Brown, Zig Ziglar when he was alive, Jack Canfield, Colonel McChrystal, the list goes on and on. One of the things, and I say this with great pride about Food Dog Group, dude, these guys are at a completely different level, 100%. They work from a different perspective. So the vantage point that they're coming from, and I'm not taking anything away from those speakers that I mentioned, because they were fantastic, just this comes at it on a different approach and gets a different result. So again, I would encourage you to seek out the Food Dog Group for their personal development and personal up-leveling mastery.
The impact, I think, especially going through this event with my dad, kind of comes full circle, because this is happening at a time where I'm about to have my first child. So us coming at it together, those blessings that I'll bring home, I can bring on to him. And then eventually down the road, maybe we will do the same. So it's already a cycle of just personal power that we've created.
Food Dog Group is like the family that you never had. You know, most of us have family that we're born into, right? And when you get to choose your family, that's what Food Dog is like. It's people who are hungry to grow themselves, who are wired to give and serve others, and to show up and be fully present for themselves and each other. And so if You want to run with a pack of leaders that are doing great things, that's a place for you. If you like to have fun and experience new things, that's what Food Dog Group is like. If you want to feel the support, compassion, and empathy from others who are on a similar journey and share maybe life experiences where you get stuck, that's for you. And if you want to get results and you're looking for process, that is what Food Dog Group is about.
I mean, I would tell them to, to come to the training and try it out. And, you don't know what you don't know until you see it, and then you know you need it, right? And if they answer any question that anybody asks them, and how's their personal life, how's their relationship with their wife, how's their business, and they say, oh, it's good. If you don't say anything other than it's absolutely freaking amazing, then you've got a problem. You've got a problem somewhere in your personal life, somewhere in your business, and Mike's the guy that'll help you figure out what that is and then move you forward.
Yeah, I think to clarify it into one transformation thing, it is the mindset shift, the ability to have no limits and release fears and truly just be your person.
Yeah, so I'll share a little bit of detail. Over the last this year, we have been able to make almost, I think it's actually a little over $1 million outside of our business by following the things that we've learned, and that's life changing when you can do that. So that's been a huge impact on us this year, and just being willing and learning to take those risks and set fear aside and go after things that your mind wants to tell you that you can't do, but you can. You can do that.
The big difference right now for me is that being able to do this together.
Yeah.
It's one of the first mindset things that we've done together. I've always gone and traveled on my own to do this, and then we always bring it back and we process together.
Correct.
But doing this together is, to me,
I think it's been better to actually be able to physically do it together. Because yes, she would do a lot of the traveling. She's done Tony Robbins and stuff like that, and she'd bring it back and we'd discuss it, or that night she'd call and we'd discuss it. And there's great things that I can learn secondhand from it and that she's learned firsthand. But being able to actually do it together, there's just so much more growth that is possible, because I'm experiencing it with her, but I'm also getting my own perspective to bring to it that then we can discuss.
I would say just even in the last couple months, our relationship has gotten so much closer.
It's shifted a lot.
I know.
it's allowed me to grow from, thinking I can only do this to being able to do whatever I want. I just have to shift my identity. I have to figure out, or I find out the next one and I make it happen. And I know what my next one is. To, like I said, step into a role to help her to take on more rather than just being, a worker doing my own thing.
The whole worker identity versus other identities.
Yeah, like an advisor or, being part of this business. I've been in manufacturing for so long. Medical's different. Mindset work is different.
Coaching,
I can do more than what I've thought I could do before.
You sure as fuck can do more than you ever thought before.
Yes, I can.
Thank you. I see connections that are really important. I also see me asking more people for help and receiving it. I've always been a lone wolf and feeling really alone with that. And I'm dropping my lone wolf finally. Whew.
That's good.
I know, it's great. But that's what I see moving forward is being part of a pack instead of being a lone wolf. That's been really rough. So I'm excited about that.
Hi, I'm Kevin Harrington, one of the original sharks from the hit television show Shark Tank. Have you had to make the choice between a fulfilling personal life or a successful professional career? This often results in either not achieving important financial goals or building up wealth at the expense of a rewarding family. Although it may seem implausible, people can achieve success in both their personal and business lives. Are you ready to meet someone who could have the answers for you? Meet Mike Agliaro. He's an author, speaker, investor, and thought leader who has experienced several business exits that have been successful at the same time that his personal life has flourished. Mike is now sharing his formula for a full life through his company, the Foo Dog Group. They have cracked the code, allowing people to grow and expand their entire lives to achieve the impact that they want while building the wealth that they desire. This can all be achieved while experiencing fulfilling relationships and family lives. You need to learn about Foo Dog Group's unique processes, which combine ancient wisdom and modern strategies to elevate every area of life. Go to fooddoggroup.com to discover how Mike and his company can work with you right now. Thank you for listening.
When we break the tipping point, when we go over the edge where it's 3 million every month and 3 million's a walk in the park, guess who the game changes for?
All of us.
Everybody in the room. I am with my beautiful goddess of a wife for over 33 years.
Mike is now sharing his formula for a full life, allowing people to grow and expand their entire lives to achieve the impact that they want while building the wealth that they desire.
So if you are a business owner, if you run a mastermind group, you want to be involved with Mike. Take it from me, somebody who's worked with him on multiple levels. Mike is the real deal.
If there's one person in my list of who to surround yourself with, it's Mike Aguilera.
And now, please welcome Mike Aguilera.
Boom. Hey, welcome everybody. Hey, Randolph, nice to see you. Michelle, nice to see you. My man, Hank, everybody, give me a big old boom in the chat bar. Give me a big boom in the chat bar. Super excited to hang out with you guys this evening. I have some really great information that we're going to go through tonight. Before we go through the information, I know that we have all kinds of people in our world here on this masterclass. So one, if you guys could first tell me if you're either new in my world or how long you've been around me, Food Dog Group. Give it to me in the chat bar so I know, because I want to make sure I'm delivering information to navigate all the different people that have been around. So 9+ years, 23 years, 7 months, 3 years, brand new. Welcome, Jim. Welcome, Jim. Over a year. Bruce, welcome. Super glad to have you guys here. 6 months, 10 months. New, Matthew, super nice to see you. Welcome. Is this live? Yes, this is live. Like, I'm in a drink right now, and here's my cell phone. I get it. I attend these things too, Earl, and you just wonder if it's like an auto replay and stuff. That's just not our game here on this one. We are live with you. It is real action. I want you to make sure you get a pen and paper ready. Get a pen and paper ready. I see I nailed a great subject. This is called the money tree. So if any of you want some more money, can you type in $ in the chat bar if you'd just like to create more money? You know, the interesting thing about money is that it's this part where people kind of wonder, like, I don't know, is it okay to want more money? Because I think a lot of people have made you feel like money is not a good thing. It's a bad thing. And if you want more, you must be greedy. Oh, Aaron wins with money and tree image right there. And I also think that a lot of people today with money, they don't know what's possible for them. They don't think they could do so much more than what they're doing right now. Hey, Dwayne, nice to see you. Patrick and Sherry, Melanie, glad to have you guys here. And as you think about money, I want you to kind of sit in a place with me tonight, if you're willing to. Sit in a place of welcoming abundance. And maybe take a quick, like, if I say money, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Type it in the chat bar. And I'm going to talk with you, not at you. Is that all right? The great thing about these Zoom vehicles is that you could communicate in the chat bar with me. So this could be a collaborative training that we do together. All right, so let's see. Freedom, choices. Need more of it. Okay, freedom, leverage, power and freedom. I'm going to bring up the slide deck here. And I want to share with you guys my definition of freedom. Whoa, hang on a second here. Hang on, not quite sure what was going on there. Aaron had the most weirdest looking face there, Aaron, a minute. You were like, what the heck was that? I was thinking the same thing. All right, we got it. We got it. People ask me sometimes, like, what is freedom? Why don't you answer that for me in the chat bar? Like, what's freedom to you? Is freedom debt-free? Is freedom being able to travel? Is freedom being able to buy a new home? Is freedom being to own a home, buy a new car? What is it? The ability to say yes. What else do we got here? Ability to make decisions and have choices. All right, Jim. The ability to do what I want when I used to say that too. I used to say it's freedom is the ability to do what you want, where you want, with who you want, without any restraints of time and money. And if you think that's pretty good, type in pretty good. Be like, type in the chat bar, hey, Mike, pretty good. But here's what I learned after now 3 decades. And please understand something. When I share things that I've done, if I share feedback, if I share accomplishments, I'm not sharing it to brag with you guys. I'm not. I'm very proud of what I've been able to accomplish, but I'm not like, look at me. I'm just like, look at what I did and let's see what you can do. I want all of you to do so much more than I've ever done. I want all of you to achieve more, feel more, love more. I want you to have so much more than me, and that will drive me to keep wanting more too. But I've summarized it in this. Freedom is to live a vacation style life. That's it. A vacation style life where you never have to go on vacation again because you live a vacation. Now, I have to say something a little bit here. Some people turn around and they say, yeah, but vacation's like, I'm going to go golf all the time. No, a vacation is to do what you love anywhere in the world that you love to do it without any worries of time and money. That's a vacation style life. And it takes planning. A lot of people want that tomorrow, but I'm going to share you some things here today that's going to help you get there quicker. A little disclaimer here. This is not a business training. So you're not going to get marketing, operational, sales ability, even though I'm the best in the world at that. That's just not what I do right now. What I'm going to do is give you something so much bigger, so much stronger. And I want you to write this down. In order to scale anything, you must scale yourself. Now, this is what I've learned. I'm focusing on it for 3 decades, but on May 29th, I'll be level 53. I don't know why anybody would say 53 years old. I'm going to be level 53. I'm living better, living stronger, feel healthier, feel tougher than I've ever been. And if you want to say what level you are, feel free to type level in the chat bar, and we won't even know the difference anyway. So just so you know, this is what we're going to focus on tonight. Now, this is why this is really important right now. Level 50, level James, my man, level 80, super powerhouse, level 56, 37, 52, 62. All right, Joe Papa, what's up? Nice to have you. This is why this is so important right now. Costs are rising. Is that true? Type in true in the chat bar. Supply chains are restricted. Bills for some people keep piling up. Banks failing. Yep, that's fun, right? Another round of layoffs will hit, and they're already hitting, and you see it being posted. 1,000 here, 1,000 there. The economy is plummeting towards not really a recession. We're in a recession. It's really moving towards a depression. Money's tight for some people. Not at Disney. Has anybody been to Disney lately? Type in Disney in the chat bar. There's no problem money in Disney, right, Jason? Everybody's got money at Disney. They're buying alcohol and drinks and toys and parks. But for some people, they are feeling money's a little tight. And families are worried that they will suffer. Do any of you, tell me in the chat bar, hey, Mike, do any of you have family that's a little worried about the future? Type in future in the chat bar. And forget about retirement. I mean, what the heck's retirement today? If you were to give me a word about what you think about retirement today, what word would you put in the chat bar? If someone said retirement, what's the word you would put? Doesn't exist, never, forever away, laughable, right? I mean, why? None of you feel like whatever government you have, they're just going to take care of you. You're going to live really good. You're going to eat whole food, right? You're going to eat healthy, and it just doesn't exist the way it used to exist. Now, the solution is to build your own money tree. A money tree is a life of abundance, right? That continually delivers value to you so that you always have the resources you need and never have to worry again. You need an operation, insurance don't cover it, no big deal. You got the money, right? Your kids need help, no big deal. You have the money. In order to do that, we want to create a money tree. Now, a lot of people say, I don't have a money tree, and I get that. But what we do is we have the ability to create a money tree. Now, here's my promise for you guys. In the period of time we're going to be together, one, you're going to connect with us and with other growth-minded people on a journey to elevate every area of life. So give everybody in the chat bar a big boom who showed up here. If just acknowledge them for wanting to improve, because I find out that people that are suffering and not willing to invest in removing the suffering, to me, sounds like they love the suffering, right? You're also going to discover, we're going to go through 3 powerful, actionable strategies that you can immediately implement for greater personal achievement and success. I'm going to go through those tonight. You'll hold me to that. You will transform how you create and execute in life, as well as the results you get. Wanting more and doing less? I don't know. Wanting more and doing different. Maybe write that down. Wanting more and doing different. Hey, Marianne, nice to see you. You'll discover how to turn vision and targets into greater personal freedom. You will elevate your mindset, how you think, and your skill sets one step closer to a mastery level to help you shift the needle for you. If you feel that you're just missing one more shift, type in shift in the chat bar. Like, you know, you're built for more. The day I knew I was built for more, and I'll share some achievements, is when more started to be created. And you'll understand how to leave a powerful legacy to change your life and the life of those around you. I mean, I was looking at all the levels there. It sounds like most of you should already be focusing on legacy. Here, and Dwayne's on here, so I'm not going to talk out of turn. He could share with you some stuff. So maybe, Dwayne, to give me some time, if you're on here, share a little bit in the chat bar here about your experience within our world, whatever you feel like sharing. But Dwayne has been able to make some unique distinctions and decisions, and some of them have really, really paid off, and you could see it written here. Now, when we look at this, here's some of my greatest awakenings. And when I say my, it's myself, my wife, my team, my family. In order to scale anything, you got to scale yourself. Now, if you've ever heard of my company, Gold Medal Service in New Jersey, type in Gold Medal in the chat bar. And if you ever heard of the company CEO Warrior, type in CEO Warrior in the chat bar. Gold Medal was a service company that did plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, drain cleaning, one-day bathroom solutions, basement waterproofing, and pretty much anything that you needed. CEO Warrior today, I don't own it no more. I still have ownership equity in it. So I own it, but I don't manage and run it, is the top training and implementation organization on the planet today for the space of plumbers, HVAC, electricians. And what I learned at both of those is, and what I want to get to you tonight is what changed for me to get me there, right? Why does one person able to make the shift to change and expand and grow, and another person stays stuck forever? That's what I want to share with you. I think sometimes in the world today, people look at, they look at anything that I've done and they forget about this guy. You see that? just type in the chat bar, that guy. This is that guy, right? I'm that guy. They forget about that. Or that guy. Well, this one, you could just be like, that's a good looking guy. That's moons ago, right? But see, this guy had to make, this one here had to make different decisions. Otherwise, I'd still be pulling wires in an attic. I'd still be bitching about my problems. You know, I would still be doing things that are not moving me forward. They're moving me back. So I want to let you know, if you're new in my world and you're that guy, I was that guy. I could relate to that. And I remind myself all the time. Actually, I got, you can't see it here. I got a framed tape measure that says Van 56 to remind me that I was that guy. And with that tape measure reminding me that with focus, dedication, relentlessness, learning, scaling, growing, investing in yourself, you never have to go back to being that guy again. My wife fell in love with that guy. Thank you. Thank you. And as we were growing and learning and creating our own money tree, hey, we made plenty of mistakes. But here's the thing, learning along the way. How many of you, be transparent, like we're together now, how many of you are just repeating the same damn pattern again? Type in pattern. Like, I know you may not know how to get out of it, but you're just repeating it. Up, down, right? Up, down, win, lose, win, lose. I'm happy, I'm sad. I'm sad, I'm sad, I'm sad. I get happy, I'm sad, I'm sad, I'm sad, right? I get it. I can relate. And this is what will happen for you someday, depending on what your situation is. Like, I am very proud of that accomplishment. Why? Well, it was a $32 million company with 200 employees, 165 trucks, double-digit profit. And we sold it in 2017. Why am I proud of that? I was teaching people how to sell companies. I never sold my own. I had to sell it just to prove I could do what I said. Since 2017 of selling it, well, actually in less than 3 years, as of the next 3 months, we'll have created 45 decamillionaires. That means I not only know how to build a money tree, I know how to give seeds of the money tree. I know how to plant seeds for money tree and give people seeds. Why? 45 decamillionaires. If you don't know what a decamillionaire is, it means they ended up with 10 million or more in their bank account. It's pretty good, right? Now, there's a whole lot of people, and a bunch of them are in here. I won't circle them for framing wise, but a whole bunch of people in this environment right here. I could see a whole bunch of these people on this one picture alone. It's a little fuzzy for me to see. Some of them have sold their companies. And I've also sold this company in 2020. Why? Write this down, everybody. Part of a money tree is you're selling yourself out of an old idea into a new, bigger idea. Part of a money tree is selling yourself out of an old idea and into a bigger idea. Let me say it again. How many of you are built for so much more? Put built in the chat bar. You're built for so much more. My question is, if you're not selling out of an old idea, you're not allowing yourself to go for more. So many people are playing such what I would call a safe game. They're being so safe and reserved, they don't know how to step past fear and step into their greatness. So they're constantly shackled to average. They're shackled to average. Because what if? What if I do that and I don't win? What if I invest in that and I don't win? Now look, should you be running around today and investing in, all kinds of real estate portfolios? No, there's timing for, and maybe we'll talk about some of this. When you break past the fear and you build a money tree, that's part of my real estate portfolio now. It's worth $10 million, actually more. I own this building here. As anybody drove by this on the Turnpike, type in Turnpike. That's off right by exit 9 on the Turnpike to Gold Medal building. This one's in East Brunswick too. This one I'm waiting to close on this right now. The CEO Warrior building that I own, I'm waiting to close on that. It's all documentation, waiting for the process. This one possibly has an offer coming in. And why? Because of how we think. These are all debt-free. There's no money owed on them. I'm not bragging about it. I'm giving you a framing. So by time we're done here tonight, you go, you know what? I know who I want to be and I know how to move forward. Just type in be and forward in the chat bar. I know who I want to be and move forward. That's it. Okay. And, you know, this doesn't sometimes happen overnight. It can happen over a decade. I like to create something in a decade and then half a decade. And then I want to do a half a decade. So the first company was 10 years. The second one's 5. And we have equity in companies. A lot of people don't know that. We have Food Dog Group, which is the top personal growth company for helping people find freedom, mastery, and higher levels of legacy. And those of you that are in my world, don't bullshit us. But if you think we're the best in the world at that, can you give me a little best in the world there? But also we have equity in companies because we have a company called Business Forge where we help companies grow and exit. And a lot of what I want to tell you about Money Tree is it's not just about the money. Like, look, my beautiful wife is on here. We're in a relationship over 3 decades. That's part of the money tree, right? Wealth is wealth of relationships, wealth of health, right? Martial arts definitely helped, business building, and everything else you see there. Let me do a quick little poll. How many of you, how many of these books have you read? Just, I don't know, type in the chat bar. There's like 19 now I wrote. How many did you read? We got 2, 1, 3, 6, 3, 1. Okay. How many of you at least read Mind Power? Type in Mind Power. You've read Mind Power at least. Okay. All right. I'm good. Mind Power. As long as you got Mind Power. And if you've been in my world, you know that, you know, Kevin Harrington, the original shark of Shark Tank, he said to us, we cracked the code, right? Cracked the human potential code. That's what that is. And Jay Abraham says we're transforming individual enrichment from the inside out. Now, these are, I value their feedback because they're both mentors of mine. So here's what the money tree is. And I want to know, like, what are you growing on your money tree? You don't have to answer in the chat bar, but let's just see some things that are on this money tree. I mean, money trees are about stocks, bonds, funds, T-bills, CDs. I'm having flashbacks. I'm dealing with a bunch of that right now. I've been looking through my own portfolio, and we won't do it here tonight. Let me make sure I could show this without showing it to you. I don't know if you can see it through the back of it. I won't show this one because this is my actual money tree, and then you'll see everything. You'll be like, oh my goodness, right? I don't want you to fall over, but I want to show you there is a map you have to plan. There's a map. I'll show it from a distance because Aaron will just make sure it gets cut out. But from a distance, like, you know, you got to have a whole, that's my money tree. You got to actually create that in a blueprint, everybody. You know, it doesn't matter if it's Bitcoin, real estate, lending, Forex, commodities. You see the whole list here, right? This is the money tree. Your health is on there, relationships, hobbies, and fun. Tell me how many of you need to have more fun. Type in fun in the chat bar. You know you need more fun in your life. Oh yeah, I get it, right? You got a motorcycle that's sitting, a boat that never goes out. The fishing poles are dusty. The hunting equipment's locked up, right? The golf clubs are in the trunk, right? The vacations are nothing more than a wish and a dream. And we want to change that. We want to change that. But I want you to evaluate yourself. And we're not going to do it individual. We're going to do a 1 to 10, okay? A 1 to 10. A 1 is going to be like my wealth and my ability for wealth is just dying. It's just dying like this. Poor little sad tree. It's just dying. And 10, your wealth, your money tree is vibrant. It's growing. Gold coins are falling. Your health, your relationship, abundance, checks come in the mail. You're like, I didn't even know the check's coming. Your business is giving you money. Your portfolio, your real estate is raising in value. And 1, just like this sad little tree, tell me where you're falling right now. Got a 7. 7's pretty solid. 4, 3. Thank you for your honesty. Hey guys, there's no judgment here. I don't care if you're a 1 or you're a 10. The only thing I care about, are you ready to go next level? Are you ready to go next level? Are you ready to feed the money tree? Are you ready to let it expand? Are you ready to get rid of limiting beliefs? Are you getting ready to get rid of the stories that money doesn't grow on trees and it's hard and we're in a recession? And no. The thing is, not only is there a money tree you could build in the next 24 months, I want all of you to do me a favor, okay? Do me a favor. Hold your hands up like this, everybody. Put your hands up. I'm looking. Only if you, okay, there, Matt's got his hands up. This is, no, wait, hang on. Who is this here? I got to make sure. James, like this, like your cup, like you build in a cup. All right, in 24 months or so, okay, it's going to fall from the sky and you're going to catch it. All right, you can put your hands down. You're going to catch it because opportunity is becoming the greatest opportunity in any decade. Well, I don't know, James at level 80, he might have experienced some of these other times, right? Because they've been around for sure. But now we're leading an opportunity where you're going to create more people, more abundant people with abundance than ever before. You're also going to create a lot of struggling too, because what happens is we're actually having a class separation. And I might as well share it here with you, because if you've been in my world, tell me if you like, do you want hurtful truth or comforting lie? Not to hurt you, because I love you. Do you want the hurtful truth, or you want me to give you comforting lies? You want the truth? Okay. The truth is this, like, if you learn how to grow a money tree, you're going to move into the upper class. If you don't, you're going to go lower class. The middle class is going to be extinguished. Now, wait a second. Let's just put aside everything your dad told you about upper class, lower class, or middle class. Just let's get rid of all the perceptions of upper class or snobs, lower class are real people. Let's get rid of that. We're just doing it a classification that I would say resources and the ability to say yes, more here, the ability to have to say no, more here. I don't think anybody cannot deny that if you fall into the lower bracket, you're going to say no more. And if you fall in the upper bracket, you're going to say yes more. Now, I'm a pretty conservative person. So like, I'm not showing you, and not that I'm against this, I'm glad people have it, but I'm not here flaunting a jet in your face or a Lamborghini. I think that's great for those people if it finds them lifelong happiness. A lot of people, they have an image, but they don't have happiness. If you think that's possible, type in possible in the chat bar. I want to help you be happy, abundance with happy, abundance with wealth. All right, let's dig into strategy number 1. Strategy number 1 is so key. It might seem simplistic on the front end, but I want to tell you why it's not simplistic, but it's very strategic and very tactical. It's connection. You've heard your network is your net worth. If you heard that before, give me a boom in the chat bar if you heard that before. Now, most people have heard that saying, but they never do anything about it. However, those who want to grow a money tree are continually cultivating a high value network and investing to up-level themselves and those around them. Now, I am a believer, it's not so much, and you're going to want to write this down, it's not so much who you're around as much as how you're around them. Write that down. It's not so much who you're around, it's how you're around them. It's like now, you're in a peer, and I have a whole lot of my high-level clients on here that are family to us, and you could see out there, if they told you who they are, you'll know they're participating in the chat bar because how they're around an environment. Now, connections are easier than ever before, and they're abundant. Why? Because today, you could connect through social media. But I want to share with you, don't connect because you want, connect because you want to serve. I'll share a quick story with you real quick. Kevin Harrington, who's the original shark of Shark Tank, and this is really gonna resonate with some of you. And I get on the phone, it's a Zoom call, the very first time with him. Now, I've been around a lot of people. I've been around some of the most wealthiest today out there. And I always do the same thing every time. So I get on with Kevin Harrington, and Danny, what I say to him, I said, hey, Kevin, super nice to meet you. I just want to share something before we chat. I want nothing from you. I don't need anything from you. I'm actually here to serve you. I have something that I think would be a fit for you. I'd love to give it to you. If you do something with it, fine. If not, it's fine. I want nothing from you. He turned around. Now, this guy's original shark of Shark Tank. How many people is he around every day for decades? He says, you know, I've never had one person ever on a call I got on ever said they want nothing from me. I said, well, it's true. I don't. I have my own level of success. I'm here to meet you. Maybe someday it'll become a friendship. And what do you think happened in that moment with that connection? Become a friendship. I could text him right now because I'm always thinking, how do I serve Kevin? How do I serve him? I come across investment opportunities. I'm like, hey, this might be a great fit for you. I don't ask for nothing in return. And in return, he's a friend and he's always looking out for me too. So tell me if connection, 1 to 10, 10, you really need, like, you do it really well. You're a super connector. You serve a lot. 1, you're not good at it. Where do you fall that you know you need to get better at this? 8, 6. All right, 6, 8, 6. All right, awesome. So the nice thing is, what a lot of people don't do is they never know how to take what's called a KPI. If you don't know what a KPI is, put a question mark in the chat bar. If you don't know what it is, a KPI, be like, I don't really know, Mike, just tell me. Okay, let me share it with you. So I remember the first time I didn't know what this was, and I was feeling foolish to ask, and someone said, the only time you should feel foolish is when you know you have a question and you walk away without asking a question. He said, then you should feel foolish. A KPI is a key performance indicator. Simplified, a number of measurement to track something is a KPI. I wear an Oura ring. Who else wears an Oura ring? O-U-R-A. Type it in the chat bar. My wife's got her hand up. Catherine. Okay. Now, I'm a believer in it because I replaced my wedding band with it. So that's convenient as hell. So I don't have to wear different rings on my thumb. And it gives me measurements, everybody. It tells me, hey, your heart rate last night, your sleep score. That's a KPI. So if you rated yourself a 5, a 6, or an 8, ask yourself, how do I go up a point? If that makes sense, give me a big old boom in the chat bar. And I love all of you that are wearing Oura rings. I don't have stock in the company or nothing, but I do know that you're paying attention to your physical well-being. And I feel that's important today. All right, let's go for number 2 here. Number 2 is implementation. A money tree is not a wish or a dream. It's a strategic target that you achieve through focus and action. On a foundation of energy, write this down, everybody. Everything is energy and energy is everything. Everything is energy and energy is everything. This pen, this Apple Pen's energy. This cup is energy. It's just moving at such a fast rate of speed, it creates a solid. What's the difference between people who have a money tree and don't? Comes down to implementation of action steps. Sometimes it's doing the right thing at the wrong time. Has anybody ever did that? Probably just me, right? You did a really good thing. It was just at the wrong time, wrong year, wrong place. And so first we got to have a target. Now, do I have any military on here? Type in military, or if you are retired or whatever, type it in the chat bar so I know. Military. Okay, well, let's say thank you to him. There we go. Rudy, thank you for your service. In the military, guess what? They don't have a goal. There's no goals. I've trained with a lot of military people. I've trained them. I've trained with them. And one thing I know for sure is I used to say, do you have a goal to take down the bad guy? They're like, no, we have a target. And I was like, well, what's the difference? And someone explained, they said, well, goals, people set them all the time. They don't get them. So it's almost like a lie. But a target, that's a destination in time. And when the military sets their eyes on a target, if they miss, what do? They adjust and hit it, right? So first, part of implementation, you got to have a target. This is what I want. Now, I used to write my target in black magic marker. There's pictures of it. Someone found one the other day. And I write it on my hand every day in black magic marker, whatever my target is. At one time, it was 5 million. Then it was 10 million. Then it was 20 million. Then it was 30 million. Then it was 40 million. Every time I'd write a target. Now my target is 1 million people. I want to impact 1 million people or more in a decade or less in 100 countries or more. And now I've spoken to Japan. We have followers in India. We have people from all over the world following the food dog theories and strategies and things. So we're making an impact, and thank you. You're helping us with that. But once we have a target, we have to have actions to match it up to the target. We have to know, do step A, B, and C. Why are you so much more successful driving today? Because you put in the coordinates, you hit it, and it says, take these actions. This is how your mind is. Your mind just has not been programmed with the money tree coordinates. You then have to have energy, because if you have all the actions, but you can't get your ass out of bed and you're tired, and tired is a state of mind, just so you know. Fatigue is a state of mind. Write this down, everybody. The body follows the mind. The spirit follows the body. The body follows the mind. How do I know? Man, if the mind is distracted, if you're going through a hard time, sickness, divorce, the body falls apart. If your body's falling apart, but you tell your mind, I will become strong, you'll become strong. How do I know? I've watched people that are over, what was the one? Was a Tai Chi master, 120 years old. Dude's ripped, still moving, doing Tai Chi. 120 some years old, because the body follows the mind and the spirit follows the body. Once we have our actions and our energy, boom, you have to have focus. Today, it's like that movie, and I'm curious who has this problem. And it's only a problem now until you see it as an opportunity, but it's that movie, remember, Squirrel? Who finds out that like their cell phone, the internet, Facebook is like Squirrel? Oh, it was Up. Yeah. Type in Squirrel in the chat bar, and we don't judge spelling here at all. So don't worry if you spell it right, but you're just like, bing, bop, you're like, Squirrel? It's like Facebook, a private message, Telegram, my cell phone's buzzing. And how many of you look at your cell phone like someone should be there? You're like, oh, no one's there. No one's still there, right? And so you don't have focus on this direction. But if you get laser focus, and I guarantee all of you have experienced this, tell me what happens in your life when you put laser relentless focus. Tell me in the chat bar. What happens in your life? You get the result. I know all of you do. You get the result. All right. If you're getting value and we're tracking, type in value in the chat bar. I know I'm going quick, but most of you have been in my world, so you know how to hang on to quickness, right? And expansion. All right, let's go here. Number 3, transformation. Transformation is the process of continually changing and elevating toward your soul's highest purpose. Some people just don't know their purpose. They go to the end of their life. It's like, did you know your purpose? No. That sounds, I don't want to transition that way. When it's my time off this planet, I know my purpose, right? If you looked at my soul's purpose, it's removing suffering from people. I am at the core, I am a healer in my mind. I heal people from problems. Why? Because if they have a mind problem, I help them heal from that. I can't do it for them. I just guide them along the way. Now, along the way, you create new identities. The difference between you and someone you admire that has a lot is just an identity shift. Write down identity, everybody. It's just an identity. That's all it is. Now, your identity is normally, you could see where you came from as part of your identity. They call it your roots. If your roots were a family that was broke, complaining about money all the time, and complaining about food, complaining about taxes, then you probably carried the identity of a complainer. How do you know? You go to a picnic. If the mom complains, I will be very shocked the daughter doesn't complain. The dad bitches about something, I'll be very shocked the son doesn't bitch about something. The reason you don't have as big of a money tree now is because you have not transformed into the identity of someone who can have a money tree. You could do this, right? By thinking abundance. Now, it's not just thinking it. Well, my wife was abundant wherever we were, I guess in Orlando, a week or so ago. Man, she was just finding money everywhere we go. She's like, another one, another one, another one. She was just finding money everywhere. Why? Because she is on the vibration of abundance and attraction. Now, this is not the movie The Secret. This is not, I'm going to sit here and feel abundance and do nothing. You'll die with your hands up. Nothing going to come, but maybe some rain. You're not going to get it. You have to set the intention. And the only way, remember here, if this is your intention, you must remove past resistance. If this is the past, how many of you have some past resistance? Type in past. You have some guilt, some shame, some traumas, some programs, right? You got to work hard for money. Money's not easy. Money doesn't grow on trees. Money is evil. Cash is evil. People with money is evil. Wealthy people are evil. Elon Musk is evil, right? In order to set an intention, you must peel away and remove the resistance of the past. Otherwise, your intention means nothing. I just had a thought about gratitude. Can I share it with you? Type in gratitude if I could share it. How many of you have a gratitude practice? Type in gratitude in the chat bar. And then I want to share a quick opportunity. Then I have more strategies for you. Gratitude is a powerful vehicle. It's being thankful for what you had in the past. That's pretty powerful, guys. Let me give you something more powerful than being thankful for the past. It's gratitude of the future. It's like a secret weapon here. I am grateful for financial freedom. I am grateful to be debt-free. I mean, my wife and I, and we're not saying it to brag. We're not here to do that. But I am also proud of it. We've been debt-free since we're 28 years old. 28. I'm going to be level 53 May 29th, and I've got one of the greatest gifts. My son who's on here, Michael, he'll be 24, born on my birthday. But the point is, guess what? Start showing gratitude for what you see is coming, because I believe then the energetic field pulls it in. Now, so far, I shared 3 of the 6 strategies, which means I got to pick up some pace, or we're going to go over some, so you have to bear with me, because I got 3 more strategies I have to do with you guys. I got 3 more strategies I have to do. How big can you grow a money tree? Answer that for me. Like, how big do you want your money tree to be? And how many areas do you want it to be? Your health. You want to have a money tree that has longevity on it? Do you want a money tree that has 10 million on it? I don't care if you need $5 or 500 million. It doesn't matter to me. I just want you to be happy, and I want you to get to your soul's purpose. Someone said to me one time, they always say it to me and my wife, man, you guys are always working. Just so you guys know, right here, right now with you, this is not work. This is the closest to love that we can live in. This is soul's purpose right here. If we awaken, one person wakes up today and goes, that's it, I'm in, moving forward, target, then my purpose is being fulfilled for all of you. All right, let me give you a quick opportunity coming up. Some of you are already registered. It's short. I'm going to go through it fast. If you're interested, cool. If not, we love you either way, okay? May 31st, we're doing a workshop. It's 3 hours, everybody. It's 3 hours, all right? It's called The Next Millionaire, where we're going to build an action plan to get you to that. And $1 million is great. You're going to need to learn how to get more. How many of you think $1 million is like just not going to cover it in the future? Tell me in the chat bar, like, right? More. It's probably going to be more, but I got to at least get you there. I'll get you there, okay? And here's some of the things that we're going to do on the training, just so you know. And when I say something, tell me what part interests you. We'll do an immersion. Okay, so it's going to be 3 hours. You're going to hear from a decamillionaire, and it's going to share the insights and get laser focused on the steps to millions, abundance that just is attracted to you. There's going to be preparation. So there's going to be strategies and tools before the training begins. We got to lay the groundwork, because there's some of you that are new, you see the speed I go. If I don't get you jogging a little bit, you're never going to hang on for this ride. And that's okay. For some of you, you might need someone that moves really slow. For me, I'm going to give it to you. We're not going to waste time. We're going to get the job done. Okay. And you're going to get the 4 must-have action steps you got to take. We're going to set the stage. Connection. Well, you're going to hang out with a lot of these amazing people here. You'll connect with like-minded people. Surround yourself with other wealthy thinkers. Write this word down. Co-creation, co-manifestation. Co-creation, co-manifestation. Okay. Co-manifestation is like-minded people thinking at the same level. Co-creation is like-minded people building blueprints together. What happens is when you have one vibration of energy combined with 50 other vibration of like energy, you create faster. Now, what a lot of people may not have told you about manifestation is you're always manifesting, Matt, always. You're either creating what you want or creating what you don't want. We're going to do implementation. So Food Dog has actionable tools. So you'll get the 5 wealth fast track strategies, okay, that we want to put in place for you. And you're going to work. We're going to teach you what we believe are the wealth accelerator tricks, the things that no one wants to tell you. Trust me, the gurus, the advisors, they don't want me teaching none of you this. They don't, okay? And we have a money magnet tool. We'll show you how to align your mind with a money magnet for planning wealth, all right? And then transformation, I'm only looking for permanent change. So you'll get the 3 compounding secrets that scale wealth. And guess what? You'll find out the one secret that no one's talking about today. We'll map it out. How many of you are excited about this? Type in excited. We condensed it into this tight 3 hours so that we could get the job done, okay? Here's the deal with it. If you register now, I have what I consider is a no-brainer. When I say it, you're going to be like, yes, that's a no-brainer. The original price is $399. I personally think that's a no-brainer to hang out with me and the team and give you that knowledge. Here's what we're doing tonight to make it easy for everybody. $199. That's it. You know why? If you don't pay anything, you're not going to pay attention. And I'm pretty sure all of you know, 199's like, that ain't paying no bills here. We have 17 team members at Food Dog Group. Like 199 ain't covering when we send them gifts, right? But for you, you have a vibrational commitment. So this goes away, and the signups right there, they put it in the chat bar. All right. To make it super exciting for you guys, $499 in bonuses. Now, wait a second. I have, if you're in my world on here, you're either Freedom Tribe Mastery or Legacy. Can you type Freedom Mastery or Legacy in here? And please, people that are already in my world, don't click the link. This is included for you. Thank you, new people, because what happens is our existing clients will click the link and we're going to spend hours reimbursing money. Okay, Freedom, Legacy. Okay, you guys, don't click the link. I know you always want to like, you're in, you're already in. Okay, you're going to get a digital workbook. This is all bonuses. You're going to get an additional 3-hour training called the Money Mindset. You're going to get Food Dog Clarity and Confidence 3-hour training. And for the first 25 people who sign up, you'll receive the recording. Can someone just type in no-brainer in the chat bar, please? I don't have to sell you this because I'm just here offering an opportunity for you to move forward. But I have 3 more strategies I have to still cover tonight. Okay, so there you go. Nothing to lose. When you sign up for the training and attend it in full, if you did not get an amazing value that far exceeds $199, like you're not blown away, I hope I gave you something tonight that's going to make you way more than $199. If that's possible, type some dollar signs if you know you heard or something shifted. It's going to make you more than $199. But just to let you know, after the training, if you're annoyed, you don't like us, you think we let you down in any way, shape, or form, I'll send you the $199 back. It's okay. No worries, no hard feelings. We still love you. We just want to make sure there's a level of commitment from you. Okay? All right, Lenita, who's in our world, this pretty much transformed inside her home and inside her company. It's changed everything in her world. Let's do number 4. If you could handle number 4, give me 4 and a big boom. If you could handle number 4. All right, you asked for it. The freedom strategy. The freedom strategy. Many people work their whole lives toward a dream of retirement of freedom. I just heard something the other day. Someone worked their whole life, retired, and now they can't experience the life they want because things got in the way. Waited their whole life, 70 years to retire, never built a money tree. You guys, how many of you experienced a story like this? Type in story in the chat bar. Made it all the way to retirement, short window, got sick, couldn't travel, couldn't vacation, all their dreams, nothing. I don't want to hear that happen to anybody in my world ever again. I want it that the word retirement is extinguished. Just so you know, retirement is a word, it's a word that you get to and stop doing what you hated your entire life. That's what retirement is. Because if you loved it, you never stopped. You never stopped. There won't be a day I'm just going to sit in a chair and dribble all over myself. I'm not. I love what I do. That's why I'm here now. Sunday night, Saturday night, my wife and I are doing this to team. Okay. But a money tree lets you have freedom today. I'm not selling you guys a pipe dream. I'm not selling you a purple pill. What I'm doing is selling you on yourself. I did it and I still do it. Okay. If an electrician can do it and a vocational kid can do it, you can do it too and do it bigger without having to wait and save up for a distant retirement. This freedom checklist right here is going to help you. First, there's lots of choices and you have to make good choices. You have to get rid of these restrictions that you see. There's no restrictions. No one's keeping you from getting the next dollar, 100 million, 100 billion. There's nothing in your way from it today. You need available resources though. You could build a house with no hammer and no nails, right? You could do it out of mud. They've done that for centuries back then in history, but that's probably not what you want. If you're going to build a house, you want power drills, you want skills. You got to have a clear future. How many of you, be really, really honest right now? How many of you know you need to get more clear on your future, where you want to live, how you want to eat, how you want to sleep? Tell me more clear in the chat bar if you know you have to get clarity. All right, thank you, everybody. Because the mind could only create a very detailed description. Let me say that again. Let me slow it down. The mind can only create a detailed description, everybody. When it has a detail, clarity, sounds, shape, location, feelings, emotions, people, it will start to put itself and create where you want to go. And then, but you have to have alignment of people and purpose. Because if you want, how many of you are either in this position or you've been in this position where you can see the future, but your partner, wife, husband, family, kids, they don't see the future and they become a magnetic pull in reverse? Tell me, be honest with me. Have you felt that before? And you're like, I'm building big. I'm building an empire. I'm doing this. And they're like, why? They're like, aren't you ever happy? Aren't you ever satisfied? There's not a satisfaction. I mean, I guess I'll be satisfied one day when there's no disease, there's no hunger, there's no suffering. I guess there's a day I'll be satisfied, but I think I got some time. As long as there's disease and there's harm happening to people and and there's people can't eat, and there's but if we could get rid of disease and hunger and depression, and we could get rid of cancers, and yeah, I guess maybe someday I'll be like, yeah, I'm satisfied. I think I got a long way to go. So the freedom model, everybody, the freedom. Once we get, now this is an ascension. You have to get the freedom model to go to mastery, but I want to teach it to you, okay? Mastery is self-activation. It's the process of constant improvement towards that higher purpose. Your money tree will only grow as big as your ability to pursue mastery. More mastery, bigger money tree. You know why? Mastery is enhancing skill sets that you don't have yet to get to what you want. Let me summarize mastery the way I've been saying it for probably half a decade. Being better tomorrow than you are today by intention, intentionally being better tomorrow than you are today, more focused tomorrow, healthier tomorrow, more loving tomorrow. That's what mastery is. And if you ever wondered why some people stay stuck, even if they have a money tree, it's because they didn't pursue a level of mastery. Now, being a martial artist now for going to be 38 years, I think. Any other martial artists? Type in martial arts in there. Or I guess if you watch Cobra Kai or something, that could count a little bit. You know, being in martial arts, you learn that mastery is the ability to keep improving self. But if you don't feel like you could have freedom of your own mind, pretty tough to have mastery. If your mind is clouded with shames and guilts and programming and all these things like don't be greedy, don't have, you know, I always pick on that one storybook, right? The Tortoise and the Hare. What a ridiculous book. We made that to make what? People think that moving slower will win. The turtle never won the race. If I add up in my life how many turtles I have seen run over in the street versus how many rabbits, I will tell you there is a lot more turtles that get run over. That means they do not win the race. They get run over. Now, I'm not saying run recklessly. I'm just saying you have to move forward faster today because guess what? Time is not slowing down. It's level, but it feels like it's speeding up for you because as you don't have what you desire, it feels like time's running out. Time never goes faster or slower. It's just the measurement we have right now that you regulate your life on. But guess what? What if we could keep time feeling like it's abundant, right? And also achieve everything we want and desire. That sounds amazing to me. All right. How many of you are tracking with mastery? Type in tracking in the chat bar. Bruce, give me a tracking. And those of you martial artists, I got all kinds of cool martial arts stuff all over. I got my ancient katana sword over there that when I got it, I had to clean it because it had the metal was tarnished from bloodstains on it from in battle. So maybe I'll show it to you guys one day. It's over there on that. Oh, you can see it a little bit on that cool fire chair I got. All right, let's go for this. All right. This is one of my favorites because legacy. Just think about legacy minute. You know, ready to think bigger than ever. Legacy is about more than planting a money tree. It's about planting a forest of money trees that will impact generations beyond you. While the rest of the world asks, right, like, haven't you done enough? The person seeking legacy answers, I'll never rest until I've created massive impact for thousands of generations. I mean, you really will never die then because you will keep making change. I look at some of the legends and lately I've been sharing something. And when I share things, I want to let you know I'm sharing it not only because it impacted me, I'm hoping it will impact you. And I don't want this to happen to you. I want you to think a minute of your dad, if he's here or not. My dad is still here. He just did another round at the hospital and stuff for weeks, and he's here still. And I want you to think of your dad, if he's here or not. Send him a little love if he's not here or if he is here. And think of the legacy he's leaving behind. And then I want you to think of his dad. So your dad's dad. And what legacy? What did he stand for? What change did he make? What did he do? And how does that feel? Did it feel like he made an impact? Now I want you to think of your dad's dad's dad. How many of you is it just completely, you don't even know? There's no legacy. Your dad's dad. 3 generations, you don't even know what he did. Yeah, he was a farmer, a carpenter, or whatever, but like nothing there. It's nothing there. Maybe a story, maybe a picture. And my question is, do any of you want to just be your effort you put forward? Do you want it to be extinguished in 3 decades? I mean, in 3 generations or less? I don't think you do. Now, I used to think legacy was about money. It's got to be about abundance, like leave tons of money. Well, how many generations, if you leave a boatload of money to your kids and stuff, how long before you think that just gets destroyed? Tell me in the chat bar. What do you think? How long before they just destroy the money? No more could be made. They'll just throw it all away. Yeah, I agree, Cynthia. Probably 3 generations, because 1 generation will appreciate it. They learn. The second will carry some of the learning. The third one is gifted money without the learning. If it's not handed over properly, where it's like, hey, you have to, the kid has to know this, the generation has to know that. Yeah, taxes will help. Taxes will help a little bit, but there's strategies to make sure taxes don't go away, but long as that generation. So I'd like to know for you, and this is a KPI. Remember, it's just an indicator. It's not, just so you know, indicators are not good or bad. It's just a piece of information for you to say, do I want to do different or do the same? That's all it is. If you look at your bank account, it's an indicator. Do you want to do different and have more, or just do the same you're doing? It's okay. And it's not for any of us to tell you what to do. You'll never hear me say, you must do this. You must think this way. No, I'm just here to share information with you and let you connect new dots. Some of you said do different. 1 to 10. 10, man, your legacy is well being built. Information, education, plan. You got a blueprint. That thing's going to last minimum of 500 years, if not 1,000 years. And 1, if you disappear tomorrow, like your kids will love you, but you'll disappear in 2 generations. Where do you fall 1 to 10? Give me a number. Thank you for your honesty, everybody. 1 to 2. The good news is you have time. Like, I've written 19 books. Why? Well, they're probably going to go out 100-something years, I hope. The impact of impacting 1 million people with Food Dog Group. We're building plans right now so that Food Dog Group, what we do, the change we make, we're working on plans to make it go minimum of 1,000 years. That's pretty exciting. We'll probably be interstellar. It might be on Mars. It'll be in other planets. It might be in other universes. Like, we are working on that. So it's very important for all of us so that we know this change can keep going and growing, and we're building plans. Yeah, Justin, we have AI version of me being built, so that will be part of the plan. But if you look at this, I'd love for you, and for some of you, this might be just a little overwhelming. Well, just sign up for the next millionaire and let's just make you money. I'm okay with that. Because once you get rid of the pressures of can't afford the tires, can't afford the new roof, once we take that pressure away, well, then you'll be ready to take on this legacy. This is not a tomorrow thing for some of you, but I want to plant a seed like this tree. Because when's the best time to plant an oak tree? Well, 25 years ago or today. Okay, my man Jason Kirby and his wife, beautiful wife Jennifer, I don't know if they're on there. This is what they said, doing some trainings, whole different person now. And here you go. Here's a little summary for you guys. We're going to wrap a bow around this. I'm a couple minutes over here. So thank you for your patience on that. But here it is, everybody. It's going to be total immersion. We're going to cram it in 3 hours. It's going to be a really good next step. It's going to build on top of this. This, I hope, created and ignited a little bit of, if not curiosity, if you just leave here today with a little bit more possibility, type in possible if you see a little more possibility after tonight. The Next Millionaire, 3 hours. Now, if for some reason you can't make it, but you sign up tonight and you don't show up, we'll still give you the recording for it. I hope you'll show up live so we could walk in and you'll be able to have Q&A. We'll have breakouts. We'll have a really great time. We'll get as much done in 3 hours that we can with you guys. And you'll have a chance on that to ask me, hey, what are you doing with your portfolio? How are you thinking about abundance with real estate today? Like, why are you selling $10 million worth of commercial real estate, Mike, right now? And on that training, you'll be able to explore some of that stuff with me. And I'll tell you how my mind is thinking about what I'm creating in the abundance versus what I'm releasing for more abundance and change to come. So here's what I want to do. I'll leave it right here for right now. We're going to put the link again in the chat bar. Type in the chat bar, what is one of your biggest takeaways or one of your action items? If you're new in my world, I'm very big on action. If you came and just listened to me, then this is just a social gathering. I'm glad to have you. But if you leave with an action item, even if it's just one thing, then we got the job done. You're going to move forward. Okay? Signed up. Oh, James, thank you. I'm super honored for that, man. I'm super honored. Okay. Who else? Give me an action item. 2 previous commitments for the time of the workshop. Do I still, hang on. Someone will probably, oh, here we go. Do I still have time to get in on the first 25 to get through recording? Yeah, we'll just sign up tonight. We'll give you the recording. We'll give you the recording of it. And you guys, some of you that are new, you probably don't know me enough. When we do this type of stuff, we normally end up doing a follow-up too. So if you get through the recording, we probably always do a follow-up where we'll open it up just a time for Q&A. We want to exceed your expectations. With the state of the world, I want to remove this problem. I don't even want you to see anything but opportunity moving forward. That's our job. Help you feel next level. And I hope you guys, please give me a boom if you know, like, I'm not, how do I offer something? I don't want you to think I'm selling you. I'm not selling you anything because we don't have to do that at our stage in life in the organization. If anything, I'm just working so hard to get you all to believe more in yourself. That's all I want, because that's what happened for me. I believed more in myself, and then I created more by believing more in myself. And if we get that done, that's everything. Okay, let's see what else. Focus on what moves me forward. Yes, great. Define target. Man, you guys, I am so impressed tonight and proud of you. You guys are playing so full out. You're really exciting me today. Remove the fears and put in action. Yes, Brian. The body follows the mind, of course. All right. Okay, everybody, man, I can't even read all these because you guys are still going, but I love all of you. Hey, those of you that are in my world, do me a favor, stay behind because we're going to do a little more time together, okay? We're going to give it a little, I'm going to find a little song. Let me take this down real quick. Any of the rest of you that still want to sign up, feel free. I'm going to play a song. Those of you that are members of mine, stay back. The rest of you, I love you. I hope you'll do the Next Millionaire training with us. And if you choose not to do it, we still love you. Let us know how we can help you. Send us an email, whatever we can do. We'll send you a book. We have more free trainings coming. So don't feel because you didn't make this decision like, oh, we don't want you in our world. No, I still want to change your life.